substantially better. So basically, in a solid state battery, we have replaced that volatile.
Imagine not having to wait for an eternity while charging your electric vehicle. You could just plug it in and go for a coffee run, knowing that in just minutes, you'll have over 620 miles of range, ready for your next adventure. No more extended waits at charging stations, just smooth, eco-friendly travel. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, some dare to dream. Honda has announced new all-solid-state batteries with 10-minute charging. This upgrade is set to revolutionize the electric vehicle landscape. Honda's new battery technology promises to dramatically improve range, speed, and safety, with plans to roll it out by 2028. It's a bold step toward transforming how we drive and power the world around us. Let's get started. The problems with EV vehicles and their batteries. As the world steadily shifts toward a more sustainable future, electric vehicles are at the forefront of sustainable travel. They can and do reduce the harmful emissions that contribute to climate change. Automakers, governments, and consumers alike are investing heavily in the promise of cleaner, more efficient transportation. However, despite the growth of the EV market, challenges persist, primarily centered around the batteries that power these vehicles. While EVs have many benefits over traditional gasoline-powered cars, their reliability, range, charging speed, and overall performance are often undermined by the limitations of current battery technology. Don't lose your heart just yet though. There's a solution to this problem as well. While lithium-ion batteries have made significant strides in terms of energy density and cost efficiency over the last decade, they still fall short in several key areas that limit the widespread adoption of EVs. Among the most notable drawbacks are their relatively slow charging times, limited driving ranges, safety concerns related to overheating or thermal runaway, and their high production costs. Naturally, consumers are still uncertain about the practicality of fully transitioning to electric mobility. Even with the latest advancements in battery technology, most EVs still need to be recharged for several hours before they are fully operational. In contrast, gasoline-powered cars can be refueled in a matter of minutes. This charging time issue, coupled with range anxiety or the fear of running out of battery power during long trips, remains one of the biggest barriers to EV adoption, especially in regions with underdeveloped charging infrastructure. Additionally, the high cost of EVs, primarily due to expensive battery packs, continues to be a challenge for many consumers, especially when trying to make EVs more accessible to the mainstream market. As if this was not enough, there is also the issue of durability and safety for these batteries. As lithium-ion batteries degrade over time, their capacity to hold a charge diminishes, leading to shorter driving ranges and potentially costly replacements. In extreme cases, poorly designed or defective lithium-ion batteries have been known to overheat, causing fires or even explosions. These safety risks, though relatively rare, have garnered significant public attention and placed additional pressure on automakers to improve battery technology. The industry as a whole is now at a critical juncture. The limitations of current battery technology are clearly holding back the full potential of electric vehicles. This brings us to solid-state batteries. All solid-state batteries and the future of EVs. All solid-state batteries or ASSBs are poised to transform industries ranging from electric vehicles to renewable energy storage. Unlike the conventional lithium-ion batteries that power most modern devices, including electric vehicles, ASSBs replace the liquid electrolyte with a solid electrolyte. This may seem minimal on paper, but it's a huge deal. In lithium-ion batteries, the electrolyte is typically a liquid or gel that facilitates the movement of lithium ions between the anode and cathode during charging and discharging. In contrast, all solid-state batteries use a solid electrolyte, which serves the same function without the use of flammable or corrosive liquids. This fundamental shift in design offers a heap of advantages. Firstly, all solid-state batteries are far more stable, with no risk of electrolyte leakage or combustion, which are common hazards in liquid-based battery systems. Furthermore, the solid electrolyte can potentially be made from a variety of materials, such as ceramics or polymers, each with specific properties that enhance performance in terms of conductivity and durability. Liquid electrolytes suffer from inherent drawbacks. The most significant issue is safety. Liquid electrolytes are flammable, and if a battery is damaged or short-circuited, the electrolyte can catch fire, leading to thermal runaway. This risk is particularly concerning in the case of electric vehicles, where battery failures could result in catastrophic accidents. Additionally, liquid electrolytes can degrade over time, reducing the overall lifespan and efficiency of lithium-ion batteries. This happens due to chemical reactions that occur within the electrolyte, particularly as the battery goes through repeated charge cycles. Such issues can limit the range, lifespan, and reliability of lithium-ion batteries. All solid-state batteries, on the other hand, offer an improved safety profile. The solid-state electrolyte is inherently non-flammable, which eliminates the risk of fires associated with liquid electrolytes. This makes ASSBs much safer for use in electric vehicles, where thermal runaway can be particularly dangerous. Additionally, the lack of liquid electrolytes reduces the likelihood of leakage, which can be a problem in traditional batteries. The absence of flammable liquids also allows for better thermal stability, meaning these batteries can operate at higher temperatures without risk of breakdown. Another notable advantage of all solid-state batteries is their ability to store more energy in a smaller space. Solid electrolytes can offer a higher energy density than their liquid counterparts, meaning that all solid-state batteries can store more energy per unit of volume or weight. The higher energy density could result in batteries that are smaller yet capable of delivering the same, if not greater, amount of power as larger lithium-ion batteries. This is especially advantageous in applications that require both high energy output and space efficiency, such as portable electronics or electric vehicles. Moreover, the compact design could make these batteries lighter, further improving the performance of electric vehicles. Estimates suggest that ASSBs could deliver up to 2 to 3 times the energy density of current lithium-ion technology. An electric vehicle equipped with an all-solid-state battery could travel further on a single charge, addressing one of the major concerns associated with EV adoption: limited range. For consumers, this increased energy capacity translates to fewer charging stops, longer trips without range anxiety, and overall better convenience. For automakers, it opens up new possibilities for designing vehicles that are more powerful and energy efficient without the trade-off of bulky, heavy battery packs. Perhaps one of the most exciting features of all solid-state batteries is their potential to vastly extend the range of electric vehicles. While lithium-ion batteries have made significant strides, many EVs still struggle to offer ranges that meet the needs of long-distance travelers, with most offering anywhere from 200 to 350 miles on a full charge. However, with the higher energy density and greater efficiency of all solid-state batteries, some manufacturers are projecting ranges that could exceed 600 miles on a single charge. Such an impressive range could make long road trips much more feasible and practical for EV owners, encouraging wider adoption of electric vehicles and helping to reduce reliance on fossil fuels. But most importantly, these batteries can offer incredibly fast charging times. Current lithium-ion batteries can take anywhere from 30 minutes to several hours to fully charge, depending on the charging infrastructure and battery size. In contrast, all solid-state batteries could reduce charging times to as little as 10 minutes. This could revolutionize how electric vehicles are used, making them as convenient as traditional gasoline-powered cars, where refueling takes only a few minutes. For electric vehicle owners, this means less time spent waiting at charging stations and more time spent driving. The ability to rapidly charge a battery also opens the door for more flexible charging infrastructure, potentially allowing for ultra-fast charging stations to become as ubiquitous as gas stations, further accelerating the adoption of electric vehicles. Impressive, right? Well, Honda seems to think so as well. With a legacy to be proud of, the brand is now poised to shape the future of automobiles as well. Honda's role in the EV industry. Honda has long been a driving force in automotive innovation, consistently pushing the boundaries of engineering and technology to redefine the future of transportation. With a reputation for producing reliable, efficient, and forward-thinking vehicles, Honda has maintained its position as a global leader in both traditional combustion engine advancements and emerging alternative fuel technologies. In 1999, Honda introduced the Insight, the first mass-produced hybrid vehicle in the United States, arriving just before the Toyota Prius. The Insight showcased Honda's expertise in engineering compact, fuel-efficient powertrains, setting the stage for the company's later advancements in hybrid technology. With its lightweight aluminum body and innovative integrated motor assist system, the Insight offered remarkable fuel economy, proving that hybrid technology was a viable solution for reducing emissions and fuel consumption. While Toyota's Prius gained more widespread recognition, Honda remained at the forefront of hybrid innovation, refining and expanding its hybrid lineup over the years. Honda continued its exploration of alternative fuel solutions with the Clarity series, which included hybrid, plug-in hybrid, and hydrogen fuel cell variants. The Honda Clarity fuel cell, launched in 2016, was one of the few hydrogen-powered cars available to consumers. By investing in multiple pathways toward sustainable mobility, including hybrid, hydrogen, and fully electric technologies, Honda has taken a diversified approach, ensuring that it remains adaptable to the ever-changing automobile landscape. However, Honda has been methodical in its transition to fully electric vehicles. Unlike competitors that rapidly introduced EVs to capitalize on market trends, Honda has chosen a more measured and strategic approach, ensuring that each new development meets the company's high standards of reliability, efficiency, and practicality. The launch of the Honda E, a compact city-focused EV with retro styling and cutting-edge technology, signaled Honda's entry into the pure electric market. However, rather than rushing to compete in an increasingly crowded space, Honda has taken its time to refine its EV strategy. This cautious yet forward-thinking philosophy is now shaping Honda's development of all-solid-state battery technology. While some automakers, such as Tesla and emerging Chinese EV manufacturers, have pushed aggressively to expand lithium-ion battery production, Honda recognizes the limitations of current battery technology. Honda's all-solid-state batteries, set for introduction in the late 2020s, represent a significant leap forward in energy storage. When that happens, Honda might as well become a leader in the next generation of EVs, competing not just with Toyota but with industry disruptors like Tesla and emerging Chinese automakers. Honda's strategy of balancing long-term research with market-ready innovations has allowed it to avoid many of the pitfalls that competitors face when rolling out underdeveloped technologies. While others prioritize speed to market, Honda remains committed to engineering excellence, ensuring that its transition to solid-state batteries is smooth, practical, and built for widespread adoption. And this is not without good cause. The road ahead is very messy. Competitive landscape in the EV market. The EV market has become a fiercely competitive battleground, with multiple players vying for dominance. Companies like Tesla, Rivian, and traditional automakers pivoting to electric vehicles have reshaped the landscape. Tesla, with its cutting-edge technology and aggressive expansion, has set high benchmarks for performance, range, and autonomous driving. Rivian has made a name for itself by focusing on electric pickup trucks and SUVs, appealing to consumers seeking utility and sustainability. Meanwhile, legacy automakers like Ford and General Motors have ramped up their electric vehicle initiatives, introducing models designed to challenge Tesla's dominance. Newcomers like Lucid Motors have also entered the market, emphasizing high-performance luxury EVs. Amid this rapidly shifting industry, Honda finds itself at a crossroads, balancing its traditional strengths with the need to innovate and stay relevant in the EV revolution. While Honda may not have been at the forefront of the initial EV wave, it has been steadily developing electric and hybrid technology. The company's commitment to electrification has been evident in its hybrid models, such as the Accord Hybrid and CR-V Hybrid, which have offered consumers a bridge between internal combustion engines and full electrification. However, the company is now intensifying its efforts in the EV space, working on next-generation battery technology to create vehicles that are both sustainable and practical. Honda's approach to sustainability extends beyond battery technology. The company has long been an advocate for alternative energy solutions, including hydrogen fuel cell technology. The Honda Clarity fuel cell, as noted earlier, was one of the earliest hydrogen-powered vehicles available to consumers. While the market for hydrogen vehicles remains niche, Honda continues to invest in this technology as part of its broader environmental strategy. When it comes to all-electric vehicles, the Honda Prologue, an all-electric SUV developed in collaboration with General Motors, is set to be the company's first major entry into the North American EV market. This partnership leveraged GM's Ultium battery platform while incorporating Honda's signature design and driving dynamics, ensuring a balance of efficiency, performance, and reliability. Beyond the Prologue, Honda plans to introduce a new global EV architecture, allowing for greater flexibility in developing new models. Honda's venture into all-solid-state batteries. Honda is actively advancing its electric vehicle strategy through the development of all-solid-state battery technology, aiming to enhance performance, safety, and sustainability in its future EV offerings. In November 2024, Honda unveiled a demonstration production line for all solid-state batteries at its R&D center in Japan. The company plans to commence battery production on this line this year. Yes, now, in 2025. The focus is on verifying mass production technologies and costs for each process, as well as developing specific battery cell specifications. Honda's all-solid-state batteries are anticipated to offer up to 2 to 2.5 times the energy density of current lithium-ion batteries. This increase could enable driving ranges of up to 620 miles or 1,000 kilometers on a single charge. Additionally, Honda's new all-solid-state batteries are expected to be 50% smaller, 35% lighter, and 25% cheaper than existing battery technologies. Honda aims to integrate all solid-state batteries into its vehicles by the late 2020s. The company has set ambitious targets to increase its EV production to over 2 million units annually by 2030, with a goal of EVs and fuel cell vehicles comprising 40% of its global sales by that year, and reaching 100% by 2040. While Honda is independently developing its all-solid-state battery technology, it remains open to potential collaborations, including joint material procurement with partners such as Nissan Motor. The company has not ruled out the possibility of selling its solid-state batteries to other entities if mutually beneficial. But things are not as easy as they sound. Challenges on the road ahead. Known for its engineering excellence and innovative approach to mobility, Honda faces a formidable challenge in bringing these next-generation batteries to market. With the promise of increased energy density, faster charging, and improved safety, all solid-state batteries could redefine the electric vehicle landscape. However, significant hurdles remain. For starters, scaling up production is easier said than done. The company has already established a demonstration production line at its R&D center in Japan, with plans to begin producing prototype batteries this year. However, mass production at an industrial scale requires overcoming significant technological and logistical barriers. The solid electrolyte presents unique manufacturing difficulties that differ from conventional lithium-ion battery production. Even with Honda's extensive expertise, refining the manufacturing process to ensure high yield rates, quality consistency, and cost efficiency will be a complex undertaking. Then there are durability concerns in real-world conditions. While initial tests indicate that all solid-state batteries could deliver 2 to 2.5 times the energy density of traditional lithium-ion cells, their performance in real-world conditions remains uncertain. Extreme temperatures, high charging cycles, and long-term wear could affect the stability of the solid electrolyte, potentially leading to capacity degradation or unexpected failures. Honda must ensure that these batteries can maintain their performance over hundreds of thousands of miles and withstand the rigors of daily use, including rapid acceleration, regenerative braking, and harsh environmental conditions. Cost challenges also loom large. Developing and scaling up a new battery technology requires significant financial investment. Honda has committed around $300 million to its solid-state battery development and pilot production line, but the costs associated with large-scale commercialization remain uncertain. While these batteries are expected to be up to 25% cheaper than current lithium-ion alternatives, the initial rollout may come at a premium, potentially limiting affordability for consumers. To ensure mass-market viability, Honda must optimize material sourcing, streamline production processes, and leverage economies of scale to bring down costs while maintaining profitability. The competitive landscape, as mentioned earlier, is heating up as multiple automakers and battery manufacturers race to perfect all-solid-state technology. Tesla, Toyota, CATL, Samsung, and QuantumScape are all investing heavily in similar innovations, with some targeting commercialization as early as 2027. Honda must not only meet but exceed the performance benchmarks set by its competitors. The company has hinted at potential collaborations, including partnerships with Nissan for material procurement, which could help accelerate development and improve supply chain efficiency. However, they must still do all they can to stay ahead in an industry where battery breakthroughs can redefine the market almost overnight. Despite these challenges, Honda is positioned to make a significant impact on the future of EV technology. With a goal of producing over 2 million EVs annually by 2030 and achieving carbon neutrality by 2040, the successful deployment of all-solid-state batteries will be a cornerstone of its long-term strategy. If Honda can navigate these obstacles effectively, it could emerge as a leader in next-generation battery technology, setting new standards for performance, safety, and sustainability in EVs. In fact, this goes beyond your family car. Impact of all-solid-state batteries, the big picture. The enhanced energy density and safety profile of all-solid-state batteries could revolutionize multiple sectors beyond personal-use electric vehicles. For example, public transportation systems and fleet operators, such as delivery companies, could significantly benefit from the technology. EVs equipped with all-solid-state batteries could carry heavier loads over longer distances with faster charging times, making them more viable alternatives to fossil fuel-powered vehicles. Large-scale fleet operators, such as those used by FedEx or Amazon, could deploy more efficient electric delivery trucks, reducing their reliance on oil while cutting down on emissions and operational costs. Moreover, the energy storage capabilities of all-solid-state batteries could play a crucial role in addressing some of the most pressing challenges faced by renewable energy systems. The intermittent nature of solar and wind energy has long made it difficult to store energy efficiently for use when the sun isn't shining or the wind isn't blowing. All-solid-state batteries, with their higher energy density and longer lifespan, could offer a more reliable and efficient solution for grid-scale energy storage. This would enhance the reliability and efficiency of renewable energy systems, enabling them to better meet fluctuating demand. We must reduce reliance on fossil fuels, which account for nearly 75% of global greenhouse gas emissions, contributing to rising temperatures, extreme weather events, and environmental degradation. The transportation sector alone, heavily dependent on oil, is responsible for approximately 27% of global carbon dioxide emissions. Additionally, geopolitical tensions over oil and gas supplies lead to economic volatility, as seen in the 2022 energy crisis, where oil prices surged past $120 per barrel, causing inflation and financial instability worldwide. Transitioning to renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and advanced battery technologies not only reduces emissions but also cuts long-term energy costs. Solar power costs have dropped by 89% since 2010, making it a viable alternative. Countries that invest in clean energy now will be better positioned for sustainable economic growth, energy independence, and a more stable global climate. All solid-state batteries can accelerate the global transition away from fossil fuels. With EVs equipped with these advanced batteries, the practicality of owning and operating electric vehicles becomes more compelling to consumers. The combination of longer ranges, faster charging times, and enhanced safety will make electric vehicles more appealing to a broader audience, potentially driving mass adoption. This shift could also have profound implications for public transit. All solid-state battery-powered buses and trains could significantly reduce the carbon footprint of urban transportation, making cities more sustainable and environmentally friendly. Additionally, large-scale operators like delivery fleets, taxi services, and ride-sharing companies could use this technology to cut operational costs. Moreover, as renewable energy technologies scale globally, reliable storage becomes even more critical to balancing supply and demand. These batteries could serve as a key enabler of the reliable integration of renewable energy into the grid, helping to optimize energy distribution and ensuring that renewable energy can be used efficiently when demand peaks, even if generation levels fluctuate. All solid-state batteries could also dramatically impact the consumer electronics sector. Currently, smartphones, laptops, and other portable devices are limited by the size and capacity of their lithium-ion batteries, resulting in frequent recharging and relatively short battery lives. With the introduction of all solid-state batteries, the energy density of these devices could increase significantly. Imagine smartphones lasting up to 2 to 3 times longer on a single charge, or laptops needing to be recharged only once or twice a week. This technology would provide greater convenience for consumers, reducing the frequency of device charging and enhancing the energy efficiency of everyday gadgets. Moreover, the ramping up of production and the construction of new manufacturing facilities will create thousands of jobs in the battery production, automotive, and renewable energy sectors. This technological shift could stimulate growth in regions with strong manufacturing bases, particularly in countries like Japan, South Korea, and China, where battery production is already a significant industry. Furthermore, as the global demand for EVs and renewable energy storage solutions rises, new industries will emerge, driving economic growth. Moreover, companies focused on battery recycling and battery management systems will likely see increased demand as the market for electric vehicles and energy storage grows. New businesses might emerge to develop innovative applications for all-solid-state batteries beyond cars, such as drone technology, medical devices, and smart city solutions. These innovations will drive technological advancements and economic opportunities. Honda's competitive edge. In the race to revolutionize the electric vehicle market with all-solid-state battery technology, Honda is positioning itself as a key contender, though with a strategy distinct from its competitors. Unlike Tesla, Samsung, and CATL, which are pursuing aggressive timelines, Honda is focusing on a well-calibrated, long-term approach that emphasizes reliability, cost-effectiveness, and mass production feasibility. This approach aligns with Honda's broader vision of achieving carbon neutrality by 2050 and electrifying 100% of its global automobile sales by 2040. However, while Honda has announced ambitious plans to commercialize all-solid-state batteries, the road ahead is not without its challenges. Most notably, China has rapidly emerged as a dominant force in EV technology, largely due to its advancements in battery production, government-backed infrastructure, and cost-efficient manufacturing. Chinese EVs and battery swapping stations are gaining traction worldwide, primarily because of their affordability, high production volumes, and aggressive expansion strategies. In contrast, Honda, despite its history of innovation, is struggling to compete on price due to its premium manufacturing approach, commitment to long-term quality, and distinct engineering philosophy. While Honda cannot undercut Chinese EV makers in cost, it still has a path to success through superior quality, originality, and innovation. Chinese companies like BYD, NIO, XPeng, and CATL have developed some of the most cost-effective EV solutions in the world. Chinese EV manufacturers benefit from low production costs, strong government incentives, and economies of scale that allow them to price their vehicles far below Western competitors. The average cost of an EV in China is around $22,000, compared to $50,000 in the United States and Europe. Some entry-level EVs, such as the Wuling Hongguang Mini EV, sell for as little as $5,000, making them an attractive choice for budget-conscious consumers. One of the key reasons behind this affordability is China's control over the battery supply chain. China dominates over 70% of the global lithium-ion battery production and holds a major share in the mining and processing of critical materials like lithium, cobalt, and nickel. Companies like CATL and BYD have vertically integrated battery production, reducing costs and increasing efficiency. CATL alone supplies batteries to Tesla, Volkswagen, and several other automakers, giving it an unparalleled competitive advantage. The battery swapping technology, pioneered by companies like NIO, gives Chinese companies another competitive edge. Instead of waiting for a car to charge, users can visit a swapping station, where a robotic system replaces the depleted battery with a fully charged one in about 3 to 5 minutes. This eliminates range anxiety, reduces downtime, and allows consumers to lease batteries separately from their vehicles, further lowering upfront costs. China has already deployed over 2,000 battery swapping stations nationwide, with plans to expand rapidly. In contrast, Western automakers, including Honda, have not invested significantly in this technology. While this may sound alarming, Honda's strengths lie in its engineering expertise, reliability, and original product development, rather than cost-cutting. The company has a history of engineering breakthroughs that have reshaped the automotive industry. For instance, in the 1970s, Honda's compound vortex-controlled combustion engine revolutionized fuel efficiency and emissions control. Then the introduction of variable valve timing and lift electronic control in 1989 gave Honda cars an edge in performance and fuel efficiency, making models like the Civic Type R and NSX legendary. 10 years later, Honda unveiled one of the first modern hybrid vehicles, beating Toyota's Prius to the US market. Honda Clarity Fuel Cell, launched in 2016, was one of the most advanced hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, proving Honda's commitment to alternative energy sources beyond just battery EVs. Moreover, Honda has always emphasized the joy of driving, with vehicles that offer engaging handling, responsive steering, and fun-to-drive characteristics. Many Chinese EVs, though improving, are often criticized for feeling soulless and overly reliant on software rather than mechanical refinement. Honda can capitalize on this by creating EVs that retain the engaging driving dynamics of its gasoline models while integrating modern EV technology. For example, Honda's upcoming Honda e:NS and e:NP series are designed with a strong focus on driving feel, aerodynamics, and real-world performance rather than just raw range and battery capacity. This approach could attract buyers who still want an EV that offers a premium driving experience rather than just affordability. Honda is also partnering with Sony for its Afeela EV brand, aiming to create premium electric cars with cutting-edge entertainment, AI, and autonomous features. Additionally, Honda's research into solid-state battery technology could give it a competitive edge over Chinese lithium-ion phosphate batteries. If Honda can develop and commercialize solid-state batteries by the late 2020s, it could offer faster charging, longer lifespan, and higher energy density, creating a real differentiator against cheaper Chinese EVs. While Honda cannot beat China in raw pricing, it does not have to. Instead, Honda should focus on its core strengths: quality, originality, and long-term innovation. The Japanese automaker has repeatedly proven that it can introduce game-changing technologies that redefine the industry. If Honda continues to prioritize reliability, driving experience, and cutting-edge battery tech, it can carve out a profitable space in the EV market despite the aggressive pricing strategies of Chinese competitors.